Hello, everyone. It's Christopher now walking, and Katie and I are going to talk to you today about something we feel is very important, and that is the issue of Pokemon Go and disabilities. Do they mix? Now, the reason we raise this question is because I was reading a bunch of articles. And I noticed that people with disabilities were having trouble playing Pokemon Go. And as someone who has a physical disability, uh, that troubled me. It brought me back to being a little kid who couldn't, play the team sports, who couldn't, go out and play all of these other things in like the high school team. I couldn't go out for the high school football team. I couldn't go out for the high school basketball team. These things just weren't adapted. So for me and a lot of other people, what we did was we went and we sought refuge in video games. And now the most popular video game is a game that we can't play. We let y'all slide on Dance Dance Revolution and things like that.
That's something that is understandably something that other people can't do.
Yeah. And even people that walk, some people can't dance and ain't that coordinated. But this game is supposed to be a socializing game where you go and you socialize with folks and there's a real sense of community. Well, how can you have a sense of community when 15% of the population is excluded? That's mind-boggling to me. And this number 15%, where am I getting that from? Well, 15% of the population of the world, of Earth, has some form of disability. And as you know, this Pokemon Go game is launching throughout the world, and the more we hear these stories that are just heartbreaking of people who they want to play, but they can't because there's no way to adapt the game. Now, we have some proposals to fix this. We don't want to change the game too much. We feel that changing the game would be unfair to people who already enjoy the game, and we don't want to take that away from people because the game has done a lot of good so far.
Yeah.
It has helped overweight people, people with emotional distress get out of the house and go for walks, and it's benefiting their health, and that is great, and we love that. But for people who can't get out of the house, they can't play. And that's really messed up. If they want to be able to play a game, they should be able to play it.
Yeah.
So what we propose is if you want to go the route, if the developers of the game want to go the route of doing something in game to change it, give players with disabilities access to roam their areas remotely, you know what I mean? By like just virtually.
Yeah.
But if that's not possible, then we need safe ways to get people with disabilities out so they can play these games. I'm talking about organizing and having Pokemon Go sponsor outings for the disabled so they can enjoy the game too. That's all we want.
Yeah. Like I know for gastroparesis, I sent you the link the other day to it. I think maybe yesterday. They're having their own walk. They call it a poke walk, and it's not funded or anything. They're just going out and supporting people with my condition. Um, Especially since next month is Gastroparesis Awareness Month, which I think was a really cool idea. You can find the link to my.
Yeah, you can
If,
find the link through her Twitter, and
but
and side note, we will be doing a video on that during Gastroparesis Awareness Month, just so people can get aware of that. Katie didn't know about that, but that's a thing that we're doing next month.
That makes me happy. It's not very known, so it's a condition that a lot of people have, but they just don't know it. So the Poke Walks for gastroparesis is a really great thing. I love it. I love the idea. I think that should be something that's funded by organizations, all conditions, not just us, but for everyone else.
Yeah, so ideas like that. But we do think that Pokemon Go sponsored ways are the way to go, because that lets you know, hey, this is a safe one. It's sponsored by Pokemon Go. So volunteers of whatever organization for disabilities is doing this can get the word out and do this right and do it safely. Another thing that people might want to know, because people might want to know, they'd be like, well, what can we do to help the disabled play the game? We have a few tips.
Don't play it for them.
Don't play it for them. That's the biggest thing. Don't play it for them. That takes it away from them, and then they end up feeling way more shitty. One thing you could do is you could drop a lure by a hospital, or do that. Drop a lure by a hospital so they can possibly play in hospitals if they're in the hospitals. Just small things like that. And if you know people who are interested in playing the game that have physical disabilities, talk to them. See what troubles they're having, and if you're able to help. If this is really a community game, then the community needs to come together and help the people who need help playing this game.
We did email. We did email the company.
Yes, we did. We did email the developers asking them what they do for people with disabilities, with physical disabilities. As of this recording, they haven't got back to us, but if they do, we will let you know. We did post that entire email that we sent, in the interest of full disclosure. We posted the entire email on our Twitter. You can find it at the Dirty Nerdy Show.
Or it's Dirty Nerdy Show, but
Yeah, at Dirty Nerdy Show. But yeah, we just want people to be able to play the game.
Right.
And not feel shunned. And we're not trying to change it from people who already play it the way they play it. You do you, but we just want it, out there for people who may not necessarily have the option right now because of physical limits. So
I know they have a device out right now for people that have limited hand motility um, to play the game by just pressing a button on a bracelet. That's supposed to release later this month. I don't know if it's out right now, but I know that's one thing that they've come out with, or someone's come out with, to help people play the game.
The plus thing?
The where you press the button to catch the Pokemon.
Yeah. That things like that will definitely help people with certain problems, but it doesn't cover a lot of it. And we're not asking you for to just hand over the keys and just change everything in the game. We're just asking for more accessibility to the game. And I think that's where we're going to leave it, because there's really nothing else to be said.
If it's a community game, let everyone play. Don't just let a particular group of people play. That's not fair for everyone else.
Yeah, don't exclude the disabled. We've read too many comments, read too many articles, just stating that this game just excludes people, and that's not right. And we're not attacking the game. We're just
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I've been talking this entire video.
We're totally okay with the fact that people are playing this game. People are happy. People are getting out of the house. People aren't as depressed or anxious for whatever mental kind of stuff you have going on. Like, for myself, that is such a huge benefit, but I can't play. So, like, this game is letting you get out of the house, meet people that are playing the game, and you become friends with them. And that's such a good thing, because nowadays we all stay locked in our rooms. And we do what we want. We don't really do anything with other people. But this game is allowing people to go out and actually make friends, and getting people to exercise, and getting just people out for fresh air. That's what everyone needs. But it's not great for disabled people. It's just not good.
And in the interest of complete disclosure, somebody who is absolutely against us making this video, a friend of ours, they're not affiliated with the show, but they said at the very least Pokemon Go should put a disclaimer that this is a game that requires physicality or whatever like that. And I agree. If you're not going to do anything and you're going to exclude people, state it. Put a warning.
Right. Like, even their tagline on their website tells you to put on some tennis shoes and go outside. Like, stating that, like, put on your shoes and go walk. That's not necessarily the issue with everyone.
Yeah, that's not real life.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. And let us know in the comments below what you think the developers should do. What do you think Pokemon Go should do? What do you think you in your community could do? And do you know anybody in your community that is doing anything to help the disabled play this game?
Or are you doing anything to help?
Yeah, or are you doing anything? If you're doing something, let us know. Yeah, that's really all we got to talk about. I'm Christopher Not Walking. That was Katie, the producer. Thanks for listening to us. Check back with us later. We'll post some more comedy stuff and get you guys laughing. Yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. We're out. Bye.
Bye.